I opened all the bitches from all over the world were like on that phone, and I lost my shit. I was like, you always accuse me of cheating, but you're the one that's fucking cheating. I lost my shit. I think people always expect me to be like a typical LA girl, and I'm like, I hate those. Like, I don't like superficial stuff. I don't like fake shit, you know?
Do you believe in manifestation?
Oh, yeah. I think guys are very superficial.
Guys are superficial when it comes to looks, and girls are superficial when it comes to personality. Do you find yourself dating more fuckboys or nice guys?
You know what? In my earlier 20s, I was definitely fuckboy nation. Now I'm like dating gentlemen. If you want to be at home, like I'm from Nigeria, we're very traditional. I will cook and clean to the 9.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times a girl has said like, where I literally ask this question, hey, what do you bring to the table? They will literally say, my presence.
Oh my God. When I was 24, I dated a 19-year-old. I don't know. I think that's very cute when guys bring flowers on the first date.
You think it's cute, but like, are you attracted to it? Or
Hell yeah, I'm attracted. Yeah, I can't do it.
I don't blame you, but
I can't do it anymore. I love white boys. Oh my gosh.
We're the best.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
Can I mean,
everyone is the best too, you know? Let me just say that. Everyone is the best.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans. And first of all, thank you to all of our listeners. We've been getting a ton of growth and engagement over the last few weeks, and we got to thank you guys out there for that. Today, we got a special guest on the show. This is Valerie. Valerie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, name, what you do, and your zodiac sign.
Hello, I'm Valerie. I am a model, and my zodiac sign is an Aries.
Aries. That is my rising.
Really? Yeah. Okay, I'm a Leo rising too. So yeah, it's very.
You guys are very, very fun.
We're very fun. We're very passionate. I like to say the word passionate. You know.
Yeah, I like to say the word toxic, but
yeah.
Passionate is a nice word.
Okay. You know, a little bit.
You guys are bad for my mental health.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your sign?
I'm the best one.
What? Is it Leo?
Pisces.
Oh my gosh,
Pisces.
That is not the best sign.
Why not? We're proven by science. We're smart, funny, attractive, smart, good looking, funny, and attractive. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Aries is the best sign, but
to be fair, I actually identify as an Aries.
Oh really?
Because Pisces are such crybabies.
Yeah. You know? Are you a crybaby?
No. Fuck that shit.
He's like, maybe.
Nah. Mm-hmm. To be fair, I used to be very toxic back in my villain era.
Okay. Like last week.
Yeah, couple months ago. In my fuckboy days.
Okay.
Yeah, but now I've kind of matured out of that phase.
Wow. Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I was a professional fuckboy back.
Okay. Oh my
Not
God.
like these amateurs.
What does that even mean? Professional fuckboy? You were like the worst of the worst?
Okay. Nowadays you see these fuckboys.
Yeah.
That take their shirtless selfies at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
And post them on Hinge.
Yeah.
Like, be an adult fuckboy. First of all, go to Equinox like an adult. And post your shirtless selfies on Raya, not on fucking Hinge, like an amateur fuckboy.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all be dating these dudes with a bed that touches 2 walls.
Okay,
like
not anymore. Not anymore. We have bed frames now.
Like, they have to have a bed frame and a nightstand. Otherwise, kick them to the curb. What are you guys doing with these losers? A lot of dudes
don't have bed frames. I don't know
why.
I don't get it. Like, is that like a thing or something?
This new breed of dudes, it's built different. The Gen Z dudes, it's a different category.
Who are you telling?
Yeah,
that's what.
Do you find yourself dating more fuckboys or nice guys?
You know what? In my earlier 20s, I was definitely fuckboy nation. Now I'm like dating gentlemen. You know? Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How do you classify a gentleman?
I want to say romantic. He opens car doors. He sidewalk rule is very important to me. Like, a lot of guys don't know that.
I know.
You know? Yeah, a lot of them. And no 50-50. We don't believe in that. Yeah. I bring lip gloss and hand sanitizer. That's what I bring to date.
The what in the hand sanitizer?
Lip gloss, you know?
Lip
you gotta,
gloss,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
Look good, be clean.
Yeah, I'm like, there you go, baby. But yeah, just romantic, like flowers. You don't have to buy me flowers every day, but like once in a while, you know? But most of these guys are like, you should buy me flowers and you should text me first. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on with men now? You know, I don't get it.
The problem is, okay, so the new culture, it's teaching people the opposite. It's saying, okay, women, you need to be boss ass bitch, make your own money, strong, independent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, if you want to be that girl, okay, that's fine. But if you want to be, I'm a boss bitch, I run shit, then split the bill.
Yeah.
Or you can say, I want to be a feminine woman.
Yeah.
Cool. but then the guy has to step up and fill the masculine role.
Yeah.
But like both sides want both. Like the guys want to be like, they watch 3 Andrew Tate videos.
Yeah.
They're like, I am the alpha.
I'm not gonna lie, Andrew Tate has some points. But
I like a lot. Of his
I
points.
like a lot. He's very, like, a lot of people think he's like not for women, but he kind of is. He's kind of like a masculine role, like a masculine figure, and I think that's what, like, I don't agree with everything, but I agree with some of it, you know. But no, definitely, I'm very feminine. I'm like, I want to, wear a dress and heels and look cute and like, but I'm not that type of person where like, oh, feminism is this and that. Like, I'm all for women, but there also comes a line when we're like, what is going on with society, And I think this is why there's a huge divide, and it's crazy to me. Just to me.
Well, there's a couple problems. Like one is, so what happens to guys a lot is they don't fill the masculine role. They're not planning dates. They're not paying for dinner. They're not getting a good job and like getting their business right and everything, right? Yeah. So then what happens is there's like a void here. And then a girl will take that role because nobody else is taking it. So she starts planning shit. Maybe they're going 50-50, whatever. Yeah. And then the guy feels emasculated. Yeah. He doesn't even really understand why. He just feels like disrespected. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, but the reason you're disrespected is because you're not filling that role. Yeah. So it's kind of your fault too. Yeah. But then on the flip side, there's a lot of girls who are like, just like they're just like, I want to have this attitude and everything. And I'm like, okay, but you also want the guy to bring all the money and you don't want to cook or clean either? You don't want to do anything? I don't believe in that, because I'm like, if you want to be at home, like I'm from Nigeria, we're very traditional. I will cook and clean to the 9, like when you come home, there's like dinner on the table. But like most of these girls, they don't want to cook. They want mates. They want to be at home and they want money. So it's like very confusing. I'm like, you got to choose one, like with the point, I mean, how do I say it? But the point in Nigeria, we're very, like the man goes to work, we raise the children, we cook, we clean, like we're bringing something to the relationship and the marriage. And a lot of girls, like when I'm talking to them, they don't know how to cook. They don't clean. And I'm like, what are you going to bring to your man? Like your man's going to come home and you guys are going to eat takeout. Like he might as well just be by himself, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I get that. I think we as individuals need to like sit down and figure out what do we want in relationships? What do we want in marriage? And what are we going to bring, to that marriage and to that relationship? That's what I think. I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of women, they're very lazy nowadays, and it's crazy to me, Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many times a girl has said, like, where I literally asked this question, okay, what do you bring to the table? They will literally say, my presence.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, so you show up. You literally show up. What does your presence cure cancer? Like, what does your presence do exactly?
I mean, are they like positive? Or are they,
Some of them, yes.
Okay.
And that's the thing, like, here's the thing, like, I personally don't even care that much if like my girl cooks for me. Like, I'm fine. We go get food. We go hop in the BMW, go to Catch, whatever. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
he's so LA.
I'm fine. I'm fine doing that. I'm fine. Okay, let's Uber eat some food. Yeah. Like, I feel like my bar is pretty low in the standpoint of just like, be humble. Just like be humble and like just like sweet and caring and like those kind of things. Okay. Know? But it's difficult to find girls in LA that are like that.
But do you do like 50-50 or what do you do? No. Okay, good. High five.
I was raised by a very old school father.
Can we give him a round of applause? Yeah.
I got accused one time of being a sugar daddy. Actually,
oh, really? Why?
So
I want to know.
I'm from Wisconsin, right?
Okay.
Sugar daddies don't exist. The guys are too broke. The girls are too ugly. It just isn't going to work. You know what I mean? So I moved to LA and it's very like normalized here. It's people talk about their sugar daddies very openly a lot of times. And so one of my friends, she has like 10 sugar daddies. Damn. This guy pays her rent. This guy buys her purses. She has like all the infinity stones of like the sugar daddies. You know what I mean? Okay. And so if I'm going to travel, and I do like to travel a lot. If I'm dating somebody, I'm taking her with me. Yeah. And like, I'm paying for the trip. Yeah. I'm not like, hey, you want to go on a trip? Sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here's a Venmo request for like Venmo? $87 for that. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels weird to me. Yeah. And she goes, Zach, you're a sugar daddy. And she said it in front of all my friends, you know what I mean? And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, Zach, every guy's a sugar daddy on some level. Some guys, they'll buy drinks and that's it for girls. Some guys, dinner. Some guys, trips. Some guys, purses. Some guys, like rent. And she's like, every guy's a sugar daddy. It's just you're a high class or low class sugar daddy.
Huh.
And I was like,
I never
that's
thought
interesting.
about it like that. That kind of makes sense a little bit, no?
So I agree with it to some extent, but I
Yeah.
also think it's more about intent.
Okay.
So like if a girl likes me already,
Yeah.
we're already dating,
Yeah.
and then I take her on a trip.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're sharing an experience together.
Yeah.
If a girl has never met me or like doesn't like me, and I'm like, oh, let me take you on this trip. Oh, please like me. Look,
yeah.
I can take you to
Yeah.
Mykonos. Come,
Yeah.
like then you will like me.
Yeah.
Then it feels like, okay,
a
this
sugar
is
daddy.
a transaction relationship. You know
That
what
makes
I mean?
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I think it's about also being, I wouldn't even say that's classified as a sugar daddy though. I don't think that's the right term. I think a sugar daddy for me is someone that you would never ever sleep with, but you're, getting something out of him, That's a sugar daddy for me.
So that you'd have like no feelings for otherwise.
Yeah, I'm just like some old 70-year-old guy. It's like, why the fuck would I like be in love willingly with a 70-year-old,
Maybe
maybe
it's a great personality.
Oh, sure, yeah. I've met a lot of 70-year-olds and I'm like, what? Like, why would we I don't know. I just never believe in like fucking anyone for money. Like I've never done that. Like I would rather go through the trenches and pay all my shit than to ever, like bust it wide open. I would say bust it wide open for someone I don't want to fuck, But that's just me. And I don't hate on girls. Get that money, Yeah, whatever.
Have you ever been like tempted by that scene thinking, okay, man, this route would be so easy. I could make whatever, 1,000 a month.
You know what? I think when I was like 24 and I got this guy who was like, I'll pay you $10,000 like every time we have sex. He had money and I thought about it, but I never did it. Like I couldn't bring myself to do it. It's just not. I've been tempted, but never like, oh yeah, let me go do it. Even though I was like on some hard times or whatever, Yeah, I don't.
Well, the interesting thing. So when I worked in the modeling industry, I would see there's a lot of girls who did the sugar daddy thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I would see girls, age all the way 18, all the way to, 30s, getting out of the industry, whatever.
Yeah.
And the kind of thing, the trap that a lot of girls would fall into was when they were like, 18 through like 24, 25, they would do the sugar daddy thing. They'd be making bank. And they would be spending all of it on purses and trips and everything else, cars, whatever. And then the problem is once you hit, like 30, 31, 32, it's like all of a sudden you're not getting those offers anymore.
Yeah.
But you're so accustomed to this lifestyle of luxury and getting everything.
Yeah.
And you have no skills, no career path. You don't have anything to fall back on. And now it's just like your only choice is to marry a rich guy. Yeah. And then like hopefully you find a rich guy you like, because otherwise like you're fucked.
I know. But that's kind of crazy because it's like some women have a plan. Some women are like, okay, I'm gonna get this money from this guy and like save. I have friends that do that and they save money, and have had friends that do that, and they're like, oh, we're about to be 30, and they're like still not saving, no plan, no career, and I'm like, you're gonna get old, and that's not gonna always work out for you, So I'm like, you actually have to have a plan when you're doing whatever with these people, But that's just me.
I mean, that's the thing. Like some of these girls, like I would tell them, I'd be like, yo, just take like 20% of whatever you're making and just fucking put it in the stock market. Yeah. Get some real estate. Get some crypto if you have to. I don't give a fuck. Get something.
Like, do something. Yeah.
Do something. So like you could retire by 30. You know what I mean? Some of these girls, the amount of money they're making.
Yeah. It just depends on the type of person, If I ever did that, I would have saved money. I'd have had bank, Like I would have definitely saved money. But yeah, I think it just depends on that person and yeah.
How old are you? You're very confusing.
I'm 21.
21.
No, I'm sorry, I'm 29.
No way.
My birthday's next month. I'm gonna be 30.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm like, I'm not ready, but oh my gosh, we're getting there.
You look very young.
Okay, good. Thank you. Woo!
black don't crack, I guess, right?
Amen.
That's what people say.
And especially Ninja doesn't crack.
Yeah.
You know? But
I crack very, very easily.
You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look good.
You know how old I am.
I want to say 37.
32.
Oh.
Wow.
Wait.
You're like, you look good for 37. The fuck? Thanks.
Wait, I'm really good at guessing ages. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It's because you're so mature and so wise.
See, as a guy, as long as you're rich and funny, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just because you're mature and wise. That's fine.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, what's the oldest and youngest you've dated?
Oh, the oldest when I was 24, I dated a 19-year-old.
Damn.
Yeah,
Younger.
Yeah,
okay.
But to be honest, he didn't act like it. It was very short. And when the oldest I've ever dated was 65.
65.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And how was that relationship?
It was very weird. We had our first date and he told me he loved me. And then on our second date, he was trying to buy a house and like have me move in. And I was like, whoa, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was very weird for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to cut that off.
How did you meet him?
I met him. I used to be a server. So I met him at my... Did I meet him at my job? You know what? How did I meet him? I don't even remember. I think I met him through my work.
Okay.
I think I served him and then he asked for my number. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Yeah. It was so long ago, but I'm pretty sure I met him through my job.
And what attracted you to him originally?
Nothing. But I don't know. I just wanted to go like on a couple dates and like see what he was about. I wasn't looking for anything crazy or anything. He was a sweet guy. Like I showed up on our first date, he had flowers, you know. I think that's like such a beautiful thing when guys show up with flowers on the first date. I'm like,
I'm gonna push back on you.
What do you mean? Yeah. I think it's hot.
So okay, I grew up the nice guy, pushover syndrome, right? My parents are very religious, very old school, treat everybody very politely, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And I would do that kind of shit, and I would just get friend zoned and friend zoned, and friend zoned and friend zoned. And then I was like, fuck this. And that's when I went through my fuckboy phase. And then all of a sudden, girls started liking me when I wasn't doing all this nice guy shit. And I've kind of matured out of that. I'm kind of in the middle. Okay. But to me, it's like, it's much easier to go from the fuckboy and then like, oh no, but deep down inside I have a good heart. Then they're attracted to you and then they start liking you because you actually have a good heart. Yeah. But if you start off as the nice guy and then go to fuckboy and then try to like transition to the fuckboy, they're just like, it's not really working.
I don't know. I think that's very cute when guys bring flowers on the first date.
You think it's cute, but like, are you attracted to it or
Hell yeah, I'm attracted. I'm more attracted to like gentlemen, you know, like a lot of dudes don't know how to get, you know, pussy now, if I could say the word. But like, I don't know, I think there's a lot of girls that like toxic men, but if you're mature and if you know what you want in life, you shouldn't be doing that, you know. But I've gone on dates and I've actually, you know, like really, it didn't work out, but not because of various reasons. But I think it's cute. I really do. I'm more of like a romantic gesture and like someone showing me that they care, you know, because I'm really big on romance, and a lot of dudes don't know how to do that. So yeah, but I think
especially
it's
LA. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So that's why I'm like. Yeah, that's another story for another day. But there's a lot of people that are like faking also. They're like, oh, I'm this guy, and then they like love bomb you, and then they're like turn into something else, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck, you know? So I think that's been my experience a little bit.
Yeah, the love bombing thing has always been confusing to me. Yeah. Because like when I was growing up, I would always feel like the guys who would get all the girls would do the opposite of love bombing. So they're always like kind of ignoring the girl, taking a long time to text back. Yeah. Kind of like you don't know if he's into you or not. And the guys who were love bombing would always be the guys getting friend zoned and like. Really? And nowadays I hear girls say this. They're like, oh, this guy was love bombing me. I was so into it. I was like, really?
I think girls like that.
Maybe.
I like the love bomb. But like if it's real, if it's not fake, you know. But then you never know. Because a lot of people are not. I don't know. I don't even know. Like people are just weird. Like, you know, like what do you want? Like be intentional, but no one's intentional. They want to like, I don't know. It's so confusing to me nowadays. I'm like, what do you want? You know?
Like as in like they kind of want to fuck around and.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if you want to fuck around, don't fuck with me. Like, you know what I mean? There are so many like bitches out there that you could go fuck around with, but I'm like, I don't fucking play, you know? I'm like, yeah, we could whatever, but I'm like, if you want to go cheat, if you want to go have multiple women, go do that. But don't come to me.
Yeah.
Don't call me.
So you're a relationship girl.
I'm a relationship girl. I'm like a lover girl, you know, but I'm like, these dudes nowadays make you just want to be like, ugh, I'm good, you know, like let me be by myself. So I'm very intentional with the people who I hang out with and like who I let into my life. So I would say I'm very a relationship type of girl, you know.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, what's your type? Let's do physical first, and then we'll go into
okay. I want to be like very vague about this. So I like tall.
Okay, taller than you.
Oh yeah, I'm 6'1", so even if they're like 6'2", 6'1", it's fine. I like the opposite race also.
White boys.
I love white boys. Oh my gosh,
we're the best.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
I
mean,
say that?
everyone is the best too. You know, let me just say that everyone is the best. I do love white guys. Tall white. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like guys, like white guys are like kind of into the culture. If that makes sense?
No, what do you mean by that?
Like they listen to rap music. Like if I say let's listen to Dom Kennedy, you know who that is. You know what I mean? But not like, oh, let's go to the country and like, you know.
Ride horses.
Yeah, not like that.
See,
you know, like I like the culture.
So like, kind of like white boys with swag.
Yeah, I call them wiggers. Like, you know,
yeah,
exactly. So I'm like, I love me some wiggers. Like white boys with swag, they're like a little, not hood, but like a little
bit hood.
A little bit hood, you know.
Tattoos.
You don't even have to. Yeah, I like the sleeve. Ugh, God. The sleeve always gets me. Whenever I see a guy, I'm like, oh, I don't even look. But you don't have to be tatted, but like definitely have some like hood in them a little bit. Like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a little swag. Yeah, just a little bit. Either that, and then I have another type, which is like, those are my favorite. And then I like a typical business owner, like white, you know, collar.
Entrepreneur.
Like, yeah, kind of like that. Like you don't have to have swag, but you're a businessman. So I think I have those two, you know, categories in which I like, but definitely the first one is like mine.
Does the first one tend to be more of the toxic type?
You know what? I think my most toxic relationship was the
businessman one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
I met at my work. Okay. I served him, yeah.
Where do you serve at? You seem like
I used to serve at this restaurant. I'm not gonna name their names, but I got fired. But so you can go kiss my ass.
Wait, why'd you get fired?
It wasn't even my fault. So I put gratuity on this party, and the guy was like, I told him to sign because it was already gratuity. I said, do no tip and give a signature, and then he tipped me an extra $4, and he went home. He like wrote this long ass Yelp review. And was like, she was trying to steal money from me. Like, there was already 20%. And so they fired me over that.
Because you wrote in his tip for him?
No.
You just pointed to the tip.
Parties of 6 or more, we put gratuity. So I put gratuity, and then he got mad because he did not see the gratuity was on there.
And he tipped extra.
Yeah.
I see. But that's not your fault.
Thank you. But I worked there for 6 years and I got fired. So over that.
Just because probably the Yelp review, they had to blame somebody.
Yeah, but like literally like 7 paragraphs, and I messaged him like, "Thank you, like for getting me fired." He was like, "Oh, I can't afford to pay an extra $4." It's like, why the fuck are you like going out to eat? You know?
Yeah.
And like you
$4 seems a little bit.
Literally, I was like, I will fucking give you I'll give you $400. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, that's why I got fired.
Gotcha. All right, so you meet this guy. What he takes you on a date?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I met him. I was talking about relationships and like how I believe in loyalty and like love. And he was like, yeah, I believe in that too. Very nerdy, wasn't my type. He was bald and he wore a fedora. But I was just like, oh, whatever. He seems like a nice guy. So we go home. We're like voice message or whatever, voice noting like all night. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we ended up going on a date. And actually, he was talking shit about his ex-girlfriend, which that was a red flag. We ended up going on a date, and then we were dating for a little bit, and then he disappeared, and then he went to Burning Man, and he came back, and he was like, oh, I went to Burning Man. I'm like, you couldn't have told me you went to Burning Man. Long story short, we're dating, and then he was always disappearing, always disappearing. Like I would always call him. I always do drive-bys because I used to like my job. This sounds so terrible, but my job was literally like a minute away from his house, from his home, and I would always have that like weird feeling, you know, like I'm like, there's something not right about this guy. He was never home at like 4 a.m. And I'm like, where the fuck? If you have a girlfriend, where are you at 4 a.m.?
Like you looked for the car in his driveway.
Yeah,
okay.
and because his driveway was very open, he was never home. And then I told him, I'm like, there's something wrong. And he was like, oh, you're crazy, blah, 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 blah. So we go to Hawaii. He takes me to Hawaii. So we're in Hawaii. And then I see his ex-girlfriend on his phone. And it was like not even just like one call. It's like calls. And then I'm like, that's your ex-girlfriend. Why is she calling you? He was like, oh, she works for me, for my company. And I was like already weirded out. So he already knew. And then he like breaks up with me because he said I was too like toxic or I was crazy. And then he comes back 3 weeks later, like trying to work things out. So we work things out, still the same shit, disappearing. And then he disappeared on his birthday for 11 days. Like didn't talk to me.
Like just ghosted.
Ghosted. He comes back. I dress up sexy. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to break up with him. So he came back very sick. And I'm like, he was like, I don't want to talk about this right now. Like, can we talk about this later? And then I'm like, I'm done. Like it's not, there's no point, you know, you don't respect me, whatever. And then he was like, and I go home and he calls me 15 times, like literally back to back to back to back the next day. And then he was like, this is how we're going to end. Like, I can't believe you're doing that. Like blaming it on me after he disappeared for 11, literally. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'll talk to you next week. So we make plans to see each other. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm at his house. I'm like, let me go use the bathroom. His phone was unlocked in that bathroom. I have been trying to get into that phone for like 1 year. Oh my God. Woo! I opened all the bitches from all over the world were like on that phone. And I lost my shit. I was like, you always accuse me of cheating, but you're the one that's fucking cheating. I lost my shit. Like he called the cops. Like it was a whole thing.
Shit.
Yeah, no.
Were you like throwing shit at him or what?
I threw shit. I threw everything. Like I slapped him. Like it's so bad. But like he like said I gave him a black eye and whatever. And then he was like, you're gonna get a felony, you dumb bitch. Like it was a whole thing, you know. And then he hid my dog in his house. Shit. I could not. I have a little Pomeranian. Hid my dog for like 3 hours. I was literally crying. I was like, I don't give a fuck about this relationship. I want my fucking dog. Long story short, is like calling the cops, whatever. So like I keyed his car. I keyed his car and then I punched him in the eye. And then his neighbor or his roommates, whatever, ended up finding my dog. And then I left. And then he like chased me down Ventura Boulevard and was like recording me like a fucking idiot. And then I get out the car in the middle of the fucking street. I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And like start throwing shit. And then he was like, he texted me. He's like, I'm going to sue you, bitch. You owe me 10K, blah, 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 blah. And then honestly, like it was just so bad. You know, like though I wasn't worried about going to jail because I didn't give a fuck. The cops didn't even show up. The cops showed up like 3 hours after I left, you know. I think I was just like worried, more like concerned about my dog. You know, that was like my baby. And like the fact that he hit him and like he wanted me to like see me cry the whole 3 hours. It was crazy. Like it was really a crazy night. Like I was like walking, I saw Tyrese Gibson. Like I'm talking, you know Tyrese, right? Yeah. I was like, hello, have you seen my dog? I'm like, wait, this is Tyrese. It was like
on the street?
He was on the phone. I was like, I saw this black man. I'm like, listen, sir, like I really need to find my dog. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this is fucking Tyrese Gibson. But I'm like, whatever. I'm like, don't worry about that right now. I'm like, let me get the dog. So we ended up finding the dog. And then
did he help you?
He got my number. And then he was like, I'll let you know if I see a Pomeranian. But I was just like, I need my dog. But his neighbor like knew, because when I texted him, like he helped me find my dog. I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like I just found out he was cheating on me the whole year. He knew. Like, even when I was, like, fucking cussing him out on the street, like, he heard everything. Like, you could, like, tell everyone knew. And then, long story short, his ex-girlfriend and I are, like, we're sister wives, basically. You know, because we found out that when I first met him, he was in a relationship with her the whole time. He went to Burning Man with her. Yeah, he was fucking her the whole time. And then he came home to fuck me, literally the same night. So I'm like, it's kind of crazy. Like, And then the Christmas party he had, she went to go book the room with him. And then I went to the Christmas party. Like, you see how crazy, like, he was just like, I don't know, it was just weird. He would see me on the weekends. He would see her on the weekdays. Like, it was just crazy to me. And yeah, that was actually the worst relationship I've ever been in. And I told him, I was like, when I see you on the street, like, it's always down. It's always up. It's always down. Wherever. We could be at church. We could be at the White House. Like, your shit will get rocked. Like, so.
Have you seen him since?
No, I haven't. I'm ready, though. I'm always ready. I'm like, whenever I see you, bitch.
Jesus.
No, I'm ready. Don't fucking play with me.
Yeah.
You know, don't play with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that sounds so terrible, but I promise I'm really nice. Like, I'm not crazy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only when people bring it out of you.
Only when people bring it out of me. Like, you can't put someone's sexual health also. Like, you're fucking all these random girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then you're accusing me of fucking other people. And it's like, you're obviously not using condoms or anything. And then you want to come and fuck me. That's where I was pissed. Like, you could go fuck the whole nation. Don't come and fuck me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you said it lasted like a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? How much of the relationship in the back of your mind did you kind of know, like, yeah, this is toxic. This guy's not the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
So you knew the whole time, but it was just what? It was exciting. It was, there was something that kept you in it. What kept you in it?
I think for me, he didn't like my job. He was like, there's a lot of dudes that flirt with you. Like, it's not a serious path that I want for you. So I thought whenever I would quit that job, it would be better. Like, I thought it was like my career that was affecting the relationship. So I think that's what I was waiting for it to fix. And then it just wasn't that. It didn't matter if I was a lawyer. Like, he was a total narcissist, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I stayed. Not because I didn't love him, you know, but I was just like, okay, well, if I get this career, maybe he'll like me better, or like he'll take me seriously. So I think it was just a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I always wondered, like, when I was going through my fuckboy phase.
Yeah.
I was always a very honest fuckboy. I would always tell girls, I don't want a relationship. I'm not emotionally available.
That's good.
But they wouldn't believe me.
Really?
They would still like want to like, they would like think they could change me, or I don't know what it was. Like, they would like still like, oh, like.
Really?
Yeah. Multiple times.
If you told me that, I'd be like, thank you so much. Like, we're not on the same page. You know, I wouldn't be like, oh, let me change you and like be the girl that you need, you know, like, I don't know. But I think with him, he was always like, I love you. And then he would disappear. And then like, I love you again. And then he'd be like, it's your job. It's this. And then I'm like, oh, maybe it's me. And then I'm such a like confident person. Mm-hmm. And I lost myself that whole year. Like, I didn't even know who I was the whole last year. Like, I just felt so like, and it's called narcissistic abuse for a reason, because you like lose identity of who you are. Mm-hmm. And then like, I'm telling you, after that relationship and talking to his ex-girlfriend, which is my good friend now, like, I'm like, wow, like, you're not thinking clearly. Mm-hmm. You're like it's like a cloudy fog, haze, whatever, you know? So I think that was my problem last year. I was just not mentally, you know, mentally. I wasn't like mentally present, and I wasn't mentally like, oh, like, I knew it wasn't going to work out, but I thought it was always like on me to fix that relationship. That makes sense, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. Love can be blinding sometimes, you know?
But I wasn't even in love. That was the craziest part. Like, I did not love this man. And I'm like...
But did you think at some point you were in love or no?
Oh, for like the first week, maybe. But like after that, I'm telling you, like, that shit was just terrible. You know, the whole time, the relationship was just so bad. But I did not love that man. I don't get it. Yeah. Even when I was like, I'm like such a dumb bitch. I was like, that shit was terrible. I was like, I did not love that man. Like, and like, maybe like our sexual chemistry was like good at one point, and then it declined, you know. But it only declined because if you don't treat me well, like, I don't want to sleep with you. Like, what's the point, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, there's no, I don't know, that's just me. Mm-hmm. And then he was always like, he always wanted to fuck, like, he always wanted to have, like, everything was about, you know, like, sex. And it was like such a turnoff at one point, you know. It's like, yeah, it's fun, and then after a while you're like, wait, this guy's not treating me the way I want to be treated, but he wants to fuck? Like, no, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think that was just always the problem too. And I told him, and he never met me like halfway or anything. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like because I have a lot of female friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come to me with like, let me get some advice, or what do you think about this relationship thing?
Mm-hmm.
And like I hear so many girls that will be dating some guy who's like obvious fuckboy to me on the outside, and it's like they can't see it when they're in it.
Yeah.
And then once they're out of it, then they're like, oh yeah, you were right the whole time.
Yeah.
One of my friends consistently always dates fuckboys.
Oh my god.
And she's like this new
Poor
guy.
girl.
She's like, oh yeah, like this guy's like flying me out to Miami. I'm like, okay, first the fact that he's flying you out to Miami.
Oh yeah.
Already I'm like probably a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Then she shows me his Instagram. I'm like, he's like screams fuckboy. It's
Really?
like Lambo. It's like all this stuff. I'm like, he's a fuckboy. Why are you not seeing this? Come on.
Oh my god. Well,
But
maybe
it's
she
funny.
can change him.
Maybe. I don't know. Here's the thing I never understood about the changing him thing. Have you heard of this thing called HelloFresh? It's like a meal delivery.
Yeah. I used it once. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I like can't cook.
Yeah.
So like I'm like, okay, fuck it. I make money. I'm just gonna get the meal deliveries, right?
Yeah.
And I got the 20 pack because it's
Okay.
like cheaper if you get the 20 pack.
Okay.
And 20 packages come in. I opened the first one. I'm fucking pissed because the meal's not even made for you. It's like it's just ingredients.
Well, yeah, it's
and
supposed
you
to
have
make
to
yourself.
cook it.
Yeah, but it's easier because it's like lower, like less ingredients, and then you could just follow the directions.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, if I'm paying for meal prep, I want them to prepare the meal. Like I don't want to fucking make the meal.
You couldn't even. It takes like 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, but my point is, why would I buy the ingredients when there's other meal delivery services where I can buy the meal already made? And I see girls thinking, oh, I can change this guy. I'm like, there's guys who are already done.
Yeah.
Medium rare steak, mashed potatoes, they're already done. You can see you don't have to change him. You can see the final product.
And a man only is going to change when he wants to change. Or
I
if
think
he finds or if he finds someone that he wants to change for. Like there's no, oh, if I do this, I'm going to change for it. Like I never believed in that.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
If you're already on some fuck shit, you could like, I'm like, next person. Like I don't have time. And a lot of people, they want to just drain your energy. Like they always want to like get something from you, you know what I mean? And I'm like go over there. Like I don't know. I just don't believe in really wasting my time with anyone anymore, you know? Like I think so. Like it's just such a waste. Like some people are a waste of time and they want to waste your time for a purpose, or even if it's not purposely, but I don't know. I just don't. Yeah.
Well, the thing too you have to realize is, okay, if you're only going for dudes 6'2" and above, and they probably have something else going for them. Maybe they're rich, maybe they're good looking, maybe they have a good personality, right? All these dudes have access to girls because they're tall and good look, right? It's like you could find a guy who wants to be serious. It's just like go to Chipotle. You know, whatever dude's working behind the counter, he'll probably be like a great like boyfriend. And
I don't know about Chipotle though.
Chipotle has some.
But like working on. No, I'm like I don't know. I think I gave a lot of different individuals like chances when I was younger, but now I'm like very intentional. You know, I mean, I don't know.
No, I agree with you. I think you should.
Want
the guy who has it all. Like why like settle for somebody. Okay, maybe he's good looking, but like he can't support himself. Like, okay, no, I want someone with both, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's just harder to find because the guys who have it all have the most options.
I know. And that's one thing I learned. And I'm like, damn, like where can you find someone that's like having but like loyal, you know? Or maybe it's just a late. I don't know. Maybe there's girls that have that though. So I'm like, how they get that?
Yeah, it's like rare. I mean, it's the same thing for guys. Like, guys are always saying, yeah, these LA girls, all they care about is clout and money and status. And I'm like, the super hot ones, for the most part, care about that stuff.
But
and there are very
women.
Beautiful girls that just like, I just want like someone who's like respectful and kind and maybe that you have clout and money, but like I don't really care about those values. That's just like extra, you know. But it's hard to find those girls too. Yeah, because most girls who are that beautiful. Though they're going to Drake's party this weekend. They're getting flown out on a private jet this weekend. Tulum this weekend. So it's just like the world they live in.
It's so funny because when people talk to me, they think I'm like one of those girls. And I'm like, I'm just like, I'm a homebody. Like I'm not over here trying to do this and that. Like I'm not trying to be with a celebrity. Like I'm literally just like in my own lane. Like I'm in my own world, like doing my own thing. So it's just funny when people are like, oh, you're not from LA. And I'm not even from this country. So it's also, you know, like also helps with that. But I think people always expect me to be like a typical LA girl. And I'm like, I hate those. Like, I don't like superficial stuff. I don't like fake shit, you know? Like, I'm very like upfront. Like, if you want to do, if you want to do something, if you want to say something, like, be upfront and honest about it. Like, I don't believe in playing games or, you know, like running around the truth. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not 100% if I believe you on that or not.
What do you mean?
Just because I don't know you that well.
What do you mean?
But there's a lot of girls who will say, I don't like when guys play games, and then I'll see guys playing games, and then they will like it.
I mean,
like not like it, like not enjoy it, but it like the curiosity and the mystery and the.
I don't.
You're not like that.
I don't think that's hot.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was younger, I didn't even think that. I don't know. I just don't believe in. I think that turns me off. Like, really turns me off. When you play games, you know? Yeah. Like, I like
maybe you're more mature, you know?
I am more mature. I like a man that's like intentional, like, hey, like if we have plans, we're gonna meet with each other. Not, oh, well, something came up, so maybe I'll talk to you next week. No, I don't like that. Yeah. I like, yeah, I'm just on. I'm an Aries. We're very straightforward.
Warrior class.
With the whip. We crack the whip.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, like, we crack the whip. We're the best, and we're very brutal and honest, you know? And that it gets me in trouble sometimes. People like it, people don't. You know?
No filter.
No filter. Yeah, no. Yeah. On anything.
All right, so looks we got out of the way. What's your type personality-wise?
Ooh, funny. I would say funny. Someone that doesn't take themselves seriously all the time. I mean, you can't be like joking around 24/7. Like, that shit's gonna piss me off. But like a happy medium. Well, I said romantic. Romantic is very big for me. Straightforward and honest. I would say loyal. All of the basic things that most humans lack nowadays. Yeah.
I've come to be a lot more picky on two things.
Okay.
Number one, intelligence.
Yeah.
Of what I look for in a girl, and not intelligence like you went to college and you read a lot of books. Yeah. But just kind of like social intelligence, emotional intelligence, wanting to have conversations about psychology, society, like stuff like that. And girls who work out.
Okay.
And before I didn't care about that. I was just like, okay, if you're hot, you're hot.
Ooh, I don't work out, so.
No, really?
No.
Just what, genetics or you don't
eat? I don't work out. I'm telling you. I think I worked out, I think last August maybe for like a week. It was really, not a week, but like 4 days, but it was nice. It was like for like 30 minutes. You know,
you just don't eat?
I mean, I do eat. I'm just
genetics?
I'm just very blessed by the Lord. Knock on wood.
Yeah, I don't know why more people like they have this workout plan and this diet. Just have good genetics.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean,
easy,
I'm telling you, my aunt has like 4 kids and she's literally like me. Or maybe skinnier, maybe. I don't know. Probably like me, yeah. So crazy. I'm like, it's all about genetics. I mean, I want to work out, you know, like, but I just don't have time. You know, like I don't have time.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very hard. Like, I don't know how people do it. Like, I just don't have time. It's hard.
What is some of your goals coming up?
To get another job, I would say probably to get another full-time job. I don't like really love the one I'm working on right now, but I would say that's like my number one right now. Yeah. Do
you believe in manifestation?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've manifested everything. Well, yeah, for the most part.
Like what? What are some things you manifested?
I told myself at 16, I'm like, I'm gonna get a boob job, and I got that. And then I'm going to get a Pomeranian, and I got that. And I'm like, I'm going to get like a new apartment, and I got that. And I manifested my Benz, like 2 Benzes actually. And I'm manifesting the G-Wagon, and I know that's coming. But I've manifested a lot of things, jobs and people, and yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in manifestation. Well, I do believe in manifestation.
Really?
But I think it only works for hot girls. And nobody else.
No, it works for everybody. No, have you written down? Like, you need to write it down. You need to be, there's like a routine or a technique. Like, you have to be like,
no, I see. So I set goals and then I take steps to accomplish those goals.
Okay.
But the universe has nothing to do with it.
Really?
Like, I'm like, I don't like when people give the universe credit for your own shit.
Well,
like, I did this shit, not the fucking universe. Fuck you, universe.
Wait. But the universe, like, puts you in those steps to get you aligned to your goal.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my proof. So when I grew up, I was broke. My dad was a gym teacher. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. We had no money. I always get made fun of in school for being poor. I'd wear my cousin's hand-me-downs, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to be rich someday. And I would, manifest it. And the universe, instead of putting me in situations to become rich, it would keep putting roadblocks in my path. And I was like, eventually I was like, fuck you, universe. And I started doing reverse manifestation.
Okay.
I would picture myself being broke the rest of my life. I would just imagine myself, pulling up to some chick's house in a fucking Honda Corolla. Beep, beep. Like, come on, babe. We're going to Applebee's tonight.
Oh, my.
I got the coupon book.
Oh, not the coupon.
And I would just get so, like, scared of what if I'm living that life someday that I was like, fuck you, universe. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to make it without you. Okay. And then I just started working super fucking hard and waking up at 6 a.m. and, like not using the universe, doing the opposite.
But are you sure the universe wasn't the one that, like, helped you align to those goals,
I don't think so, because I'm pretty mean to the universe.
Really? Or maybe the universe knows deep down you want to be nice to it, but you're just scared. That's what I think. The universe, like, he really wants to be nice to me, so I'm just gonna, like, help him achieve his goals. Like, have you ever thought about that?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's why.
But so let me ask you this. Okay, so you said you manifested, for example, your dog, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So how did you get your dog?
I mean, I bought him.
But that's wait. You didn't manifest it. You just went on the website. Oh, here's a dog.
Because that. Okay, look. Listen.
Okay.
That dog was the last dog in stock. Well, I shouldn't say stock, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, the last dog they had, and it fit every perfect. I was like, I want a brown Pomeranian with, like, a cute button nose, and I want a boy. So as soon as I moved out, I hit her up on Facebook. She was like, we have one more. And it was the cutest dog I've ever seen. So I believe that was, like, the universe, Because the rest of the dogs were not, cute. But, like, that dog was so cute. And it was, like, literally like a button nose. And I'm like, that's my dog.
Okay.
So, yeah, I manifested that. If I didn't picture the type of dog I wanted, they probably would have taken him, And I said, I'm going to name him Louis. Like, I already gave him his name at 16. And, yeah, his name is Louis.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your apartment? How did you manifest that one?
Oh, I used to, like, live in a house and I hated it. And so I would always write it down. I'm like, I live in a brand new 1-bedroom, one apartment with a washer and dryer. That was, like, very important to me, with, like, hardwood floors. And I would always, like, write that down at the end of the night. I'm telling you, I want to say, like, 2 months later, I was in my brand new apartment. Like, the first person lived there. It was, like, brand new too. Like, there were, like, maybe, like, 5 people living there too. Yeah. At that point. So, but I think that worked. If I didn't write it down, I wouldn't be, you know what I mean?
Wait, but I still think it's like, so how did you get it? You went to the apartment.
Wait.
You checked it out.
No.
Oh, what's your bank statements?
No,
here's your bank statements. Okay, no, you have it.
But I wrote it down. If I didn't write it down, I don't think it would have shown up to me.
What do you mean shown up? I mean, I'm assuming you found it online.
I found it online by accident. I wasn't even looking for it. So I think that was, like, the universe. Like, hey, this is your apartment. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is my apartment. And I'm telling you, a month, because I kept getting notes from the other homes that were not fitting my description. And then when I got a yes from that, I was like, see, thank you, universe. So
interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, I believe that works.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the universe to give me something.
Well, you gotta write it down.
I do. I write down my goals, but then I always have to do all the work.
But no,
the universe doesn't do shit for me.
The universe brings you to that situation in which you are able to do the work. It's not gonna be like you want a Bentley here, you as a Bentley, but it will give you an opportunity to make Bentley money, and then you go get the Bentley. I think that's how it works. And that's just me.
I see.
Yeah.
I guess I see it more as like, you just do all the things to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to go to Europe. Okay, so I manifest it, and then I go to Google Flights, and I take a trip to Europe, and then I put in my credit card, and then I go to Europe. You know, it's just like, I just bought a trip to Europe.
I mean, I don't know. I think manifestation is mostly for, like, a woman. A lot of women believe. I know a lot of guys that they don't give a fuck, but, like, I think it's mostly like a woman thing and a mindset. And
I can tell you why.
Why?
because, like I said before, I do believe in manifestation for hot girls.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
ugly people. But
What?
here's
No
what I've
one
seen.
is ugly, by the way.
Sure. Let's go with that one. I'm going to get back to that later. But
Oh my gosh.
I've seen hot girls manifest crazy shit.
Okay.
Private jet. Boom.
And
DM, private jet.
Yeah.
Tulum. Boom. Now they're in Tulum. Like, but if you're not attractive, they're not. Where's the ugly girls on a private jet?
I've seen some people that should not be on a private jet. Trust me. So yeah, there are some none, but I don't think anyone's ugly. But I'm just like, damn, you on a private jet? But I just. I'm just gonna throw that away.
I've just never seen it. I don't know. I've heard legends. I've heard myths. It's kind of like Bigfoot. You know, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. It's like there's like, you know, blurry pictures. Is that Bigfoot? Is it not? You know, sometimes you see in a private jet like in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, is that an ugly girl or is that
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
blurry? Maybe it's just a hot girl with no makeup on. I can't tell. You know?
I don't know. I don't think people are ugly though. I think everyone's beautiful in their own way.
Come on, you can't believe
What
that.
do you
There's
mean?
no ugly people?
There's no ugly people for me. There's people I would date, and then there's people I would be friends with, and there's people that I wouldn't date. You know, but
like based on their appearance.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I've met some really hot people, and I'm like, whoa! But they were so terrible that I couldn't even.
Yeah, 100%.
Like then
100%.
they became They became quote unquote ugly to me. So I think it's based. I don't know. I don't think there's any ugly person in the world. Like I think everyone's beautiful, and everything's like flowers and bunnies and rainbows.
So if you started a modeling agency, just any girl who walks through the door, sure, you're signed. Sure, you're signed.
I mean, yes.
Oh dear Lord.
I mean, definitely all the bad bitches, and then you know everyone else. I would say, you know, yeah. I mean, not everyone's a bad bitch. Let me say that. Yeah, everyone's beautiful. I'm still gonna maintain that. Yeah, not everyone's beautiful.
Okay.
No one come for me.
That's very nice.
No one come for me. Everyone's
but
I'm a very nice person, and I don't believe I've dated some non-attractive dudes that people are like, why are you dating him? But I'm like, he's so nice and he.
But there's also a difference, I think, between what girls and guys are attracted to is different. Yeah. Like I'm just gonna be honest. None of my guy friends would date Oprah. She's maybe the most successful woman.
Really?
Rich, all this stuff.
With all that money?
They just want to date her. But there's a lot of dudes that are old and like not attractive at all.
Yeah.
But like, but they're charismatic. They make you laugh. They're rich. They're successful. They have all these other things. And girls are attracted to that. Yeah. But I don't think it works the other way around. Like guys, there's a certain level where like, and by the way, I don't choose this, right? Like I wish I was just only attracted to personality.
Really?
Yeah. But if like I see a girl who's like ugly and she has an amazing personality, like I can't get hard. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't help it. It's biological.
You could get hard thinking about how awesome she is, you know?
That doesn't work.
Really? Why are guys? Oh my gosh!
Like I can't just be like full mast, buddy.
Well, I feel like you can. Like just like I've gotten, you know, like wed from some people that I would never like think I would get wed. It just depends.
Telling you, it's different for girls.
Really?
Yeah, it is different for girls.
No, I think guys are very superficial. Like when it comes to looks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys are superficial when it comes to looks, and girls are superficial when it comes to personality.
Yeah.
Because girls, like for example, if you like a guy because he makes you laugh, he's confident, he's edgy, maybe things like this. These are good traits. Like I understand why you like them, but these are all superficial personality traits. From the standpoint of like, unless your reason for liking somebody is like, he has good like character, morals, and values. Yeah. Which girls, let's be honest, don't really like that's maybe what you want in a relationship, but that's not what you're attracted to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so like I think just everybody's superficial and we should just like, you know, it is what it is.
I am not superficial though. Like I don't know. Like I would.
All right, you dating a guy who's 5'6"?
Okay, well, no.
Okay,
Well,
exactly.
no. Not because like I wouldn't personally date. Like I've done my time, you know. Like
what? Wait, you like I sacrificed for the charity of the short guys.
I've done my time, and I'm saying short kings, I love you. But I can like I'm being very intentional and like I want my kids to be tall.
I mean, I don't. By the way, I'm not saying this at all. Like blaming you for this. I agree with you. I just think everybody's superficial.
I mean, if I saw a really hot short guy, I
What about an ugly short guy? I thought everybody's hot.
I mean, everyone is hot, but if I saw, I can't do it.
I don't blame you, but
I can't do it anymore.
I used to date the first fashion model I dated. She was 5'10". Right?
Okay.
And she told me, Zach, before I dated you, I dated all like basketball players, NBA players, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I got fucked over so many times by these guys. The next guy I dated was this like 5'8" guy.
Okay.
And she told me charismatic, attractive, had good money, everything like that. I was like, what happened to him? She's like, yeah, one time I'm at my house. It's the third date. Mm-hmm. She's like, I had a couple glasses of wine beforehand.
Okay.
And she's like, Zach, he walks in and I picked him up.
Oh.
And I spun him around and watched his little legs go out like this. And she's like, Zach.
Really?
After that,
well, why would she do that anyway?
Because she had some wine. She just did it.
Wow.
And she's like, I lost all attraction for her.
Oh, poor guy.
And I was like, that's your fault, but I also understand why you wouldn't be attracted to him.
Poor guy.
I know.
Oh, well, wherever you are, you're loved.
We'll start a GoFundMe. For,
wherever you
Eric.
are. That's actually very sad. Oh, is that his name?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I hate that name.
Why?
That's the ex.
I see.
Fuck you up whenever I see you, bitch.
You heard it here first.
Whenever I see you, it's up, baby. It's always up. What is that song? Meet me in the mall. It's going down. It's always going down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Always and always forever.
Get it on video if that does ever happen.
I know.
We'll
wait. I know. Oh my gosh, she'd be like, it's going down. Or it's going up, whatever it is.
One of the two. But
I know it's going either way. I mean, I've moved on.
Yeah.
Whenever I see, I pop.
Well, we are about out of time. I got a couple of rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Favorite food?
Barbecue. Like barbecue ribs. Yeah.
Is there any good places in LA for that, or is that more?
I go to Wood Ranch. I don't know if
Wood Ranch.
Well, it's in the valley, but it's really good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wood Ranch.
Next travel destination you haven't been to that you want to go to?
Oh, well, I'm going to Cabo for my birthday, so I would say. But I want to say I want to go to Italy or Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Italy's super fun.
Yeah, I want to go. And they love Black women, so that would be really fun.
What would?
They love Black women.
Oh,
like the guys,
in Italy?
Like I went to
like so different.
I went to Italian party once. I almost got married like 14 times. It was crazy. I'm like, whoa! I did go to Italy. So.
That's like white guys in like Asian countries.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they like Black people in Asian countries too.
Oh, really? I think they think they're different. But I don't know they.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I almost got married 14 times. It was crazy. I'm like,
and they're romantic there in Italy too.
Oh my God! See,
maybe you should move.
Maybe
Italy.
I should.
That might be your next manifestation.
Maybe I should, right? Oh my gosh! Yeah, you're right. Italy. Yeah.
Favorite first date spot or activity?
Ooh, I want to say Bossa Nova.
Oh, the Brazilian place.
Yeah, I love Bossa Nova.
It's really good.
Yeah,
and they have the bread.
Yeah, I love.
You have to ask for it now.
Yeah, I know. They don't bring it. Well, okay, so the one on the other Sunset, the new one, they don't bring it.
Yeah,
but I think
that's when I always go to.
Okay, the other ones they do. The other one,
okay.
Yeah. So
trying to save money.
Yeah, I know. But Bossa Nova is my favorite restaurant ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this has been fun. We'll have to do round 2 sometime.
Yes.
Where can people find you? Any Instagram shout outs you want to give?
My Instagram is Valerie_Taiye. Taiye.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for listening.